the new life begins. First, let us take a look around. We arrive in this world, coming out of a building which has these strange... well, it's almost columnal structure in the corner, but it would appear to be coming about in the shape of an 8-pointed star. Yes, I think so. And above it you have these curling arched shapes, which look very similar to some sort of fronds coming off of... what are those called? Well, some sort of plant or another. I cannot quite place the name. You look over here. There seems to be some sort of seed which is sprouting into a tree here. But it appears to be placed in some sort of vessel which almost looks like a set of hips. Very strange indeed. Above this doorway, out of which we just came, we see a great tree with wide boughs outstretched, seeming to go across the entire horizon, or at the very least, that which we would see when we are placed underneath it. Emerging out into the world, we are properly able to come upon the fact that there's some sort of sphere above this tree, and that there are circling people surrounding it, almost like spirits traveling in arcs. Like, perhaps, spheres across the heavens, amidst which you might also find a flaming sun. We shall continue on to circle this building. Seeing here, not only is there the Erd tree, but there is another golden tree in the distance here, glowing majestically. And there are many, many trees that have golden leaves in general. Roa fruit. Berry-like red fruits that grow in shrubs. Material for crafting items. Easily found everywhere in the lands between, which must be the name of our fun little world. It has a wide variety of uses. Well, convenient, but you were able to find many uses for a common plant. Perhaps it's simply there's enough time and exposure to make that possible. Here, we find flight pittons. Obviously the feathers of the birds that allow them to go and flee from my sight. Ah! And up above this wonderful little building from which we have emerged, above false windows which have those same sprouting seed motifs, and above what appears to be a human face that has some sort of curling horns, like a ram on either side. Though they could just be circles. I think that is the actual interpretation. We find a figure, difficult to tell from behind exactly what the figure might be. Never mind all these ruins. We'll investigate them later. Ah, but here we can properly tell. The Maiden of the Grave grasping Some poor soul, emaciated and skeletonized as they look up towards the heavens, raised by her majestic hands. Clearly, this must represent us being raised up from the grave. For, after all, we have just exited it. Ah. Oh well. You can't always get what you want, but we can continue to explore and see what else we might find. What is down here? Oh, how interesting. Here, despite the fog, we're able to properly see ruins sticking out of the ocean. But not only that, embedded into the very stone landscape on either side. We appear to be on the precipice of some sort of artificial structure, where dirt has been placed above it, allowing these plants to grow as if naturally. And stones have been placed yet even higher on here. A waterfall emerges from below. It would appear that some sort of reservoir must be found. We didn't actually experience this in the grave immediately there, so there must be some lower level which has a river running underneath. A river of the dead. Curious. And they are widespread ruins that show us so much of this world. It's just, at least from what we can see so far, made by the hands of people. And another person we have found. But this poor little sleeper seems to have lost a bit of health. Not in good shape, is he? His fire went out. Provisions were not enough to save him. So let us take and see what we can obtain for our own voyage through this funny little life. Silver pickled fowl foot. Foot of a fowl pickled in silvery medicinal solution. Temporarily boosts item discovery. Since old times, the needy would scrape the meat clean from even a fowl's claw. This reminds quite a bit of the tattoo on the underside of that maiden's face. Below her left eye. Real sinister. But at the same time, this little charm seems to be a bit lucky. I wonder what the difference is. There seems to be a strange contradiction there. Large bats cling to the shadows around this place. And arches atop poles hold people. Ah, it must be that these are crosses. The local crosses have a funny shape. They must be torturous executions. And those bats must be like crows feasting upon their very flesh. Let's see what we can get from them. Hello, funny little bat. Too slow. Oh, am I so scary to you? Good. Ah! It snuck up from behind. What a nasty little terror that is. But even the most terrifying things can be slain. Silvery green fur, atop cold-looking black skin, drenched in blood, not only my own, I should think. Interesting that the bats get so big here. Aye, faster! And you are dead. Its heart. How delectable. The fresh liver of a beast. The luscious fruit of life. Material used for crafting items. Found by hunting herbivorous beasts. The dried liver boosts damage negation, but this is not dried. It seeps from its lifeblood, yet still fresh. Must be a herbivore. Oh! And a wise beast we see here. Greetings, oh lovely ancient turtle. Oh, the fools think that it's a dog. What ninnies. But I shall applaud their cuteness. And they do deserve praise. Now, what does the wise beast seek to point out to us? There are graves marked over there. These ruins here certainly are most interesting. Filled with gloomy purple. Death lingers. And yet there is life. Torch-bearing folk. A defaced statue of America. Left without arms, signaling no power, and head broken open, as if to suggest she was a dullard. What sick sense of humor that person must have. Yes, crucified, but also burnt. Interesting. The smithing stone. Oh, what a lovely thing this is. Shard found in plenty. Smithing stones are found throughout the lands between, and mining galleries built to excavate it can be found everywhere. Smithing armaments is a most lovely pastime. They tend to make things so much better. And that person is proclaimed particularly guilty. Not even allowed to see the world as they'd perished at last. I wonder what differentiated them from the naked, humiliated peasants surrounding them. Oh well. Oh, maybe that actually might have been a sign they were giving them dignity. Different people do have different approaches to life after all. I really ought to get back to that place. Perish! Ah. My flasks have been rejuvenated. Most excellent. Irksome flitting beast, farewell. You are no dragon. burnt trees. Ominous sign. Even amidst the water, they cannot get a break. Oh, and now we find patches of blue. Carian must smile upon this place. Driftwood, gnarled and horned. Shaped, yes. Horn-shaped. A pyre of sacrifice. People being burnt alive even as we speak. Must have quite the local appreciation for these executions. A spirit with a horse? It must be quite the strong bond. So, you wish to enter the grave just like your companion? You flittering, foolish little thing. I hate these great dragonflies so very much. Long believed to have the ability to neutralize poison. That's about the only thing those false dragons are useful for. Be gone! Nearly. The path is almost returned. Ah, most intriguing. And what are you? Summoning pools. In each area, you might find an effigy of martyrs. Oh. So they call the executed crucified martyrs. Most curious. These effigies are summoning pools. You'll find it easy to summon other players, whatever that means, at these locations as cooperation and hostility. Shall have summoning signs created with small effigies gathering at summoning pools. Most curious indeed. Well, martyr with the hood on, I shan't be dwelling too long with you. I have a building to return to, and a man to say hello to as well. A man with a white mask, who seemed quite intrigued at my arrival. Oh, but if only I had some sort of direction. Ah!
Oi! You there? Could you help us out, Cully?
Cully? You would call me a fool? How dare you, sir?
You? Yeah, you there. Stop pretending you can't see me.
Scalawag, I will take the time that I need. And I cannot see you so
Why won't
easily.
anyone look me in the eye? I'm not that ugly, am I?
You stand out. How dare you?
What'd you go and do that for?
But since you are kneeling and pleading, I shall greet you. in peace this time.
Oh, yes. I remember. Some clod turned me into a tree.
Dirt
You were
turned
just
you
breaking
tree.
the spell, weren't you? Thank you.
Yes, I was.
The name's Bok. I was pushed out of the cave. Told not to come back. Not ever. Then I ended up as a tree.
Troglodyte?
Lucky you came along, really.
Well, troglodytes are most interesting folk indeed, it would seem. Tail-bearing, skinned only on part of their bodies, clawed in the finger, and only needing partially to wear clothes to distinguish them. Curious, curious. But I appreciate the cut of this one's jib. His hat is quite charming. And he didn't comment about my lack of clothing myself. So, you, Bok, care to have a little bit more of a discussion?
Oh, what a shame. When they threw me out of the cave, they took everything I owned. And so this is all I have to express my thanks. I hope you can forgive me.
Thank you. A mushroom is a most curious gift. But to receive something from one which has nothing, well, any gift is actually so much more.
Or, well, if you can afford to wait for a while, I could sneak back into the cave and bring back something of actual value. Well, then I'd be of some real use to you, I reckon.
You would return to the den of brigands who took everything from you, just to show gratitude? Oh, my good man. I thank you sincerely. You have a more noble spirit than anything your body might resemble. I shall look forward to seeing you then, whenever we should next meet.
Right, but I'll need a moment.
Yes, I realize.
I'm frightened of them, so I have to gather myself.
Courage,
My knees
yes.
start knocking, just thinking about that god-awful cave on the shore.
Well, that is a difficult prospect, but I'm sure you will manage. And it was a pleasure to meet you, Bok. Until next we meet, farewell. Thank you for your service, oh dear goat. Wait. Sheep? Ah. The beasts of this land are confusing. So strange in morphology. It has been too long since I have been anywhere near this, I should think. Wherever this might be. The lands between has a familiar ring, but if only I could properly place it. Perhaps Grace might give me some guidance.
Greetings, traveler from beyond the fog. I am Melina. offer you an accord.
Is that so?
Have you heard of the Finger Maidens? They serve the two fingers, offering guidance and aid to the tarnished. But you, I am afraid, are maidenless.
Yes. It was
I
taken
can play
from
the
me.
role of maiden,
Can you?
turning runes into strength to aid you in your search for the Elden Ring. You need only take me with you to the foot of the Erd Tree.
Well. Well. Seems almost an opportunistic bargain here. She would have me come with her. No. Lead the way. She claims I might receive some strength of her, yet I do not know what that might mean. My maiden is dead, and yet... No. I think I shall travel alone for a while. I don't quite see a need as yet.
I understand. I'm asking you to put faith in but a stranger. Yet I'm certain that we can reach an understanding. Summon me by grace, if you should reconsider.
Very well. Oh. And so she departs in the blink of an eye. Curious. I shall return. I shall find my way back. But first... Hello. Oh, the knights of this realm are such fools. Oh, what a shame. Oh, soldier boy. Hello there. Oh. You thought takes a little bit more than that. Oh, what fun it is to thrive in a world of such neglect. These little men. Who trained these soldiers? Ash of War, Storm Stomp, and a whetstone knife. With a whetstone knife, you can use Ashes of War to grant affinities to your armaments at sites of grace. This way, you can alter an armament's attack affinity, boost attribute scaling, and more. An armament's type determines what affinities it can have. Some special armaments, like those with unique skills, cannot be granted new affinities. With a whetstone knife, you can use Ashes of War to grant your armaments new skills at sites of grace. We already know this! Whetstone with a cipher inscription. A code made to look like a small knife blade. Most curious that code would need to be inscribed upon such a talisman. But whatever that means, it allows the use of Ashes of War at a site of grace to bestow new battle arts and affinities to armaments as skills. This, of course, means that whatever is inscribed in that cipher must be some sort of magical gift. Something that causes this knife to not be a knife, but an implement of divine magic, which can change the very nature of a weapon. The battle arts and affinities will depend upon the Ashes of War used, yes. This Ash of War grants an armament the quality affinity and the following skill. Storm Stomp, one of the skills that channel the Tempest of Stormvale. So, Stormvale is named quite aptly. It has a tempest surrounding it, or something of the sort, despite the fact you can't actually see it. Well, oh, it says tempests. Perhaps these are infrequent events then. Stomp hard on the ground to kick up a momentary storm. That's quite fitting, I think. Lump of flesh. A lump of beast flesh filled with rich juices, material for crafting items, found by hunting carnivorous beasts. A counterpart to the sliver of flesh, I suppose. Meat suitable for a rustic feast. Rustic. I wonder if that's referring to the iron and the rusty color of the flesh. Herba. Evergreen leaves that give off a faint light, material used for crafting items. This very common medicinal plant can be found in thickets and elsewhere. A little bit less common than our funny little roa fruit, but not bad. Smoldering butterfly. Eternally burning butterfly found near wildfires and elsewhere. These men had them around their campfires. Their braziers, actually, for marking the edges of their camp. There must be some sort of domestication or harnessing of the butterflies. Very curious. Serves as kindling for a number of items. Yes, I imagine so. If you have them at a brazier, of course they're going to kindle flame. On the larger side for a medium-sized shield, the face has been covered in brass, commonly employed in the shattering Shattering, shattering. Ah! The tarnished voice. Before I revived, they told me that there was a war from which no victor emerged. One of the sides must have borne this shield. I suppose the people of Stormvale were on that side. Well-crafted bolt with an illustrious design, wielded by regulars in a lord's army, thus the name Lord Sworn. Deals more damage than the commonplace cousin. Curious. And greaves worn by soldiers loyal to Godric the Grafted. The Grafted is a most interesting name. This is the first time we've run into it. As well as Godric himself, I think. God, no! Soldier of Godric. That's what these were. Soldiers for the man at Stormvale. That must be it. Yes, yes, because Stormvale's tempests are right here. This must be the precipice of it. Rust-worn and stained through the unending conflict. That must be the shattering. I think I like those boots, and I shall wear them. But I can't get rid of the eye, one of many eyes meant to scare my enemies. Perhaps when I get a little bit more brazen, I might switch to the brass. I might need the extra defense. And what is this here? A pillar. Quite the fancy little thing. There's a hole up there that almost looks like it would be used to house a bell. Though it could be something like a triumphal arch. I can't read this script. Oh well. What have we here? Map! Limgrave West. Map of the western region of Limgrave, which this happens to include. The domain of Limgrave, far south of the Erd Tree. That must mean it is owned by the Lord of Stormvale. Is bordered to the northwest by the cliffs of Stormvale. Yes, yes, yes. Adjacency implies control. And under its ever-clouded skies roll the great steppes of the Pale Lands. Pale, pale, pale like death. Pale like limbs severed, lying amidst graves, perhaps. And another sight of grace awaits me there. But first, a man. Hello, man. Oh, out of reach. Just as you are. Said it dum da da dum dum. Can you strike me down? Oh, so close yet so far. Spear is a mighty little implement, if you know how to use it. Why would you move your shield out of the way, little fool? Oh, and a chest. He was guarding a treasure. The Lord Sworn Greatsword. Greatswords are a most fantastic bit of treasure. So valuable. Look at this gilded, and is that pearl? No. Well, maybe. It is certainly a fine handle, whatever it happens to be. Beautiful thing, though blackened and damaged by years of use. It is in serviceable condition still. Oh, the soldiers have lost their minds. That would explain what lack of discipline and horrible skills they have. Oh well. Those poor regulars. Let's see if we can't sweep up a little bit more in the way of treasure. And what might the spirits say? Why is it always weak foe indeed? Hello, hello. Goodbye. Now, do you have more savvy, oh spear wielder? Just a little bit, it would seem. Oh, you thought you could ward me off with that little peck? Punishment is deserved for incompetence. At least these beautiful flowers are white. Chest, what do you bear? A flail. Weapon consisting of a bludgeoning head attached to the handle of a chain. Familiar. The iron ball is spiked and induces blood loss. Blows from this weapon cannot be parried. The charge attack, the charge attack whirls the iron ball around for increased force before striking. Skill, spinning chain. Spins the striking part of the flail at high speed to attack. Follow up with a normal or strong attack to link the momentum of the skill into successive attacks. Shame I'm not strong enough to use such a thing. Oh, but what nostalgia. Bloody star on a stick. Flying about with wild abandon. It almost seems this camp is cleared out. But there's just a little bit more. Hello. And hello there, friend. No vengeance for you. Oh, a miniature of the greatsword. That one I can actually use. Well-crafted straight sword with an illustrious design wielded by regulars of a lord's army. It's just about the same, but it is smaller and cute. Let's see. Dexterity is my favorite friend. That is a little bit unfortunate. But this actually is good. It will deal slightly more damage. I can keep it at least for now. A little bit less refined than I'd like, but, well, this is a wild world. Hello there, oh fallen noble. Might I take this burden off your back? A burden of ruin. And there's the map. There it is. I can see my way back. First, grace. grace exists to guide the tarnished and lead them along the proper path. Even now, some sites of grace retain that power. Their golden ray will guide you along the way. Very well, very well. Oh, the bats have disappeared. I guess they must be nocturnal beasts. Follow the road. It leads back whence we came. Oh, did you notice a slayer of your companions? You won't fare any better. Heartbreaking, I know. Goodbye. Took the wind out of his sails, and the fire out of his heart. And another guardian of flame. These soldiers are so common rank. Would you stop the same exact tactic? Get some guts! Oh, the wise beast once more appears. What say you? This area is beautiful. Oh, you want me to go there, do you? Very well, little turtle. I shall humor your request. Ah, and the broken edifice is graced as well. The Church of Melina. I suppose I could see it being a church. Oh, it is so defaced and broken. Have you any gifts? No. Oh. A smithing stone. And the power of smithing is mine to bear. I am glad, yes, yes. And that would bring my stock up to snuff. I think I prefer that. Oh, I have known this weapon for a long, long time. And I do not enjoy the prospect of abandoning it completely. And here we are again. Oh, white-masked one. You personage bearing the visage of Reinhardt. Who are you?
Oh, yes. Tarnished, are we? Come to the lands between for the Elden Ring, hmm? Of course you have. No shame in it. Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless. Without guidance, without the strength of runes, and without an invitation to the Round Table Hold, you are fated, it seems, to die in obscurity.
This man bears bloody fingers and frock. And given his mocking disposition, his knowledge of our maiden's demise, for that must be who the slaughtered lady who bore the wizened finger was, the natural conclusion is that, rather than the surgeon he appears, this man was her butcher, a practitioner of which art naturally bears similar garb to that of a surgeon after all. And he made his way here to gloat. Rather than lashing out and claiming were-guild for her sake, however, let us hear this bragger out. He seems rather informed at the very least. I am sure guidance, the strength of runes which both he and Melina have mentioned, and this place of security and equality amongst warriors must be rather important after all.
Luckily for you, however, there is one shining ray of hope for even the maidenless. Me, Varre. Take care to listen. Are you familiar with grace? The golden light that gives life to you tarnished. You may also behold its golden rays, pointing in a particular direction at times. That is the guidance of grace, the path that a tarnished must travel. Indeed. Grace's guidance holds the answers. It will lead you tarnished to the path you are meant to follow, even if it leads you to your grave.
This I already knew. So, firstly, why would we need guidance from the maiden if we receive it from Grace itself? Secondly, he starts this portion of the conversation by symbolically comparing himself to the rays of grace that he then goes on to explain to us. Though he frames this as a joke, this is actually quite diabolical, as he frames himself as having slain someone essential to our success, and tacitly offers a deal to be our maiden, so that we might at least have some chance to succeed, while simultaneously not saying what he might get out of it. Thus, this white-masked Varre presents like a cuckoo, the chicks of whom, having killed the natural occupants of the nest, wish to trick the parent birds into thinking that they still have a chance of reproductive success through raising them. There has to be something that he is going to be getting out of this. It is also very much worth noting that he then ends this diatribe by trying to convince us that the guidance of grace will spell our doom, such that we might be more keen to rely on him instead. What a parasite. But let us hear our prospective maiden out, shall we? He might have more interesting business to say before the end.
Grace's guidance will reveal the path forward, most certainly. To Castle Stormvale, over on the cliff, the home of the decrepit demigod, Godfrey the Grafted.
Here Varre chooses to downplay the danger of the task set before us. This could be because he believes he would profit off us either if we live or die, or because he knows that we will revive upon death. And this is something he believes will cement our trust in him, given he predicted what would happen if we followed Grace's rays in blind faith. Or, all things considered, both of these options could have some truth to them. Let's see if he has anything more to say.
It's time you set off, I should think. To Castle Stormvale on the cliff, where grace would guide you. If you seek the Elden Ring, maidenless as you are.
So, he would shoo us off, repeating himself for us as if we were buffoons. Of course, he was voicing his thoughts as if we were buffoons all along. I think, given all we have found out, we ought not head straight for Stormvale. Varre suggesting Godric is ripe for the picking suggests to me we need to be stronger before we meet him in battle. And we ought to seek out a means of turning runes into strength. Perhaps we should call that woman with the pink hair who stood astride Torrent and offered her flasks of rejuvenating tears, and then offered us an accord thereafter. She did say to call us at grace, after all. Perhaps Varre should bear witness to this fact. It seems only fitting, given the way he treated us.
Have you reconsidered my offer?
I have, Lady Melina. Please do be my maiden. I desire that strength which you suggested might be granted by your boon. Let us continue forward in both friendship and partnership on the way to the foot of that Erd tree you so desire to meet in person.
Then it's settled. Summon me by grace to turn runes into strength. Ah, another matter. I bequeath to you this ring. Use it to traverse great distances. It will summon a spectral steed named Torrent.
You would give him to
Torrent has
us.
chosen you.
Ah,
Treat him with respect.
very well. So I shall, Melina. So I shall. I thank you once more for your partnership. Let us properly celebrate it by officiating this pact between us.
Shall I turn your runes to strength? Let my hand rest upon you. For but a moment, share them with me. Your thoughts, your ambitions, the principles you would follow.
I wish endurance to survive the trials before me. The ability to be flexible and fleet, and the mind necessary to defeat all the foes which I might encounter. Lastly, I need the life to be able to endure, and willpower to continue on. All of these are requirements for the journey ahead. All of them I desire. Join with me this power of runic might, that my soul might be elevated and transformed. Melina, Maiden of Runes. And so, I am not so maidenless after all, Varre. farewell. We shall continue our journey in the days to come. As I move on from this new life, once again, and again, and again, and journey on into tomorrow, until I reach the source of that honeyed gold, and perhaps even onward, beyond then. Such is the path I must tread. This is the beginning of that journey.